a larger percentage of my audience. So that's the whole idea behind this program. Trying to get more listeners, and I'm posting this all on my Facebook page, and so that people who may be listening tonight to way up there, maybe out late listening to way out there, might want to check that out. And I'm posting this episode, this segment, over to my GJRB online group page, as I always copy and paste the embed information on board, and see if anybody's out there listening to the program. I do that, and this way people on, all over, not just on Spreaker, can hear my show. I put it that way, and see if anybody's out there. So everybody who might be listening, I'm Gary J. Rustin. This is Way Out There on GJRB Online, a Saturday night special edition. Normally we would do this on a Saturday afternoon, but I'm trying the nighttime experiment and trying it over and over again to see who's up there listening late tonight to this program. So I'm trying to see where we're getting here. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go to Linda Moulton Howe's Earth Files right now, to a story. You know what happened this week? I think it was this was like about 2 weeks ago, October 29th. Reporters should see about 3 miles away as a mission rocket, unmanned rocket. It was a resupply mission. Exploded at the Wallops Island, Virginia. This was pretty bad. Unmanned ship that they don't. I guess they don't know why it exploded. But it did. It launched off and I guess blew up or something like that. I do not understand what that was. It was posted a few weeks ago, but the one that I thought was interesting and I wanted to talk about it comes out of a story that I thought was fascinating, and I wanted to try an experiment anyway to see if this would work. I'm going to put this in record. See here. Okay, without it getting amplified. I'm going to try something. Here's a story that comes out of Gary, Indiana. But anyway, there was this house in Gary, Indiana that supposedly the priest about to perform an exorcism on a child there who was caught up in a porthole, supposedly a porthole from hell. This is an interesting story. Okay, I thought it would work, but apparently I don't think that came out very good. I was just testing to see something because recently, and I don't know if anybody's a tech genius. I'm going to have to call Larry Laporte, the tech guy, to find out. But for some reason, when I want to do a feature on my show, and it used to play on the last computer I had, I used to be able to play them over Spreaker, right? And I'd be able to play the segment and have it broadcast in crystal clarity. But now, for some reason, it doesn't happen anymore. And my friend told me to link it to the computer, and I don't understand what he means, so I'm going to read you some of this story. Apparently, there was this 9-year-old boy who apparently, underneath the stairs of this one house is a portal to hell. They said there's been strange growling noises from this house. And according to a report, this is from, I was trying to play for you, from Channel 13, KTRK, don't know exactly where that's from, about this story. And the KTRK comes out of somewhere else, but Gary, Indiana is where it's taking place. Apparently this house in Gary, Indiana, according to an eyewitness news report there, says that it was there was a porthole underneath the stairs that went into hell. And their story goes on about kids going and walking the wall backwards, stuff like that. Kids had special powers. And the story goes on that the priest there went in and did an exorcism of this house. And this is in Indiana. And they vanquished the evil spirits out of the house. Finally, they got rid of them after they brought him there in. It's just a weird story at that, but can't play this story on here because I have no way. I'm gonna keep on trying till I get it, folks. To try to get some features playing on here while I'm broadcasting, because for some reason Spreaker's not, the microphone is not opened to do that. And I probably could put a microphone by the speaker, but this is a late edition of the show, and I don't want to make too much noise in the late hours. So I'll just kind of give you a brief idea of that story. On my next way out there, I will record that report onto my voice recorder and play it on the air, because it's a weird story at that. Matter of fact, I might try that sometime on my first break, in and around there. Anyway, we'll try to get that on. Meanwhile, Linda Moulton's House Earth Files continues. There are more stories that I found interesting. Talked about that story, archival report, Earth Files, on the Vandenberg Air Force Base. And I was trying to play that one, but the guy got chased down by that creature. Otherwise, there really isn't that much left on our site, except for back on October 6th, silent stationary white orbs were seen in Utah. Some people saw them over Breckenridge. It says this white object formed triangles in a line, but on our camera it seemed the objects did not move at all for as long as about 5 to 15 minutes without moving an inch, or on our widescreen in the camera. This is according to a quote by by someone in that area from KUSA TV Channel 9 there in Denver, Colorado. The report from Linda Moultonhouse site comes out, talks about Albuquerque, New Mexico. These white orbs, I'm looking at them right now. These are interesting. Look at these white orbs. And people see these there. They don't see these anywhere else for some apparent reason. Don't know why. Anyway, this happened in noon. This is the image in midday out of Utah County, South Salt Lake City. 3 silent stationary orbs witnessed the exact same position for approximately 3 hours. Local media contacted the U.S. Air Force, a local airport, U.S. Weather Services, all said they had no idea what they were. And browsers at KSA, it's a talk show host, and I'm going to their Facebook page right now. It's a talk show host. It's not showing it here, but anyway, the Browsers is a media news publisher talking about these white orbs, and they state that it was visible midday, and yeah, that's the weird. That is interesting looking object. A white orb, they don't know what it is, and there's a letter they wrote when they heard about Coast to Coast, and they were impressed with their work, talking about the a letter from October 5th, and they telling her about these orbs. This is this at the visible Noon Mountain Time, unidentified white orb in Salt Lake City. So that's interesting. And like I said before, we have very minimal stuff to cover this time around, so that's why I'm making this a slightly abbreviated show. Our next segment, I'm going to give you our scheduled lineup for Coast to Coast this week, and let you know some of the stuff we're going to do on our next edition of Way Out There here on GJRB Online. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do, and some more strange but true stories. We grab some, but that one is strange story but true. Came out of Gary, Indiana, because that was a weird story about that. So we're going to continue talking about that. Also, coming up on this last segment, our program schedule for GJRB Online for this week, which has a few interesting things. And this last segment will be around 10:45 to about maybe 11:15 as we wrap up this program here on GJRB Online. So beware of that. And broadcast, our next show is going to be Tuesday. That's going to be evening broadcast, 8 p.m. for Positive Rock Twin Spin Tuesday. Gary Rustin, I always have this. This is a good show. Positive Rock Show, Tuesday here on GJRB. Great Christian rock. Got a lot of really good selections to play for you. Twin Spin Tuesday right here on GJRB. But we're going to take a program break, be right back, and we'll do some more Way Out There coming up. To take this break, we'll be right back.